Hello there fellow captains, this is Connor and welcome to APPLAUD the Mod. So in this video we're going to be taking a look at a modification for Nexus the Jupiter Incident, and it's Battlestar Galactica themed, as you can see with the title here and the awesome soundtrack in the background. So what is Nexus the Jupiter Incident? It's a real-time strategy, only it's a complex real-time strategy. You take control of a ship or a number of ships in the campaign or even online. The multiplayer, this has been dead for years. I used to play it when the game was released in 2004. That's one of the first games I ever got on the PC. And although multiplayer, I didn't really play it a lot. I played a few games on it. The campaign was where I loved the game. You could customize your ship quite a lot. The options for controlling your ship were very detailed. Simulation. Kind of like a simulator, you might say. Well, not as in-depth. But, you know what, let's just show you a game here. I'll load up the war game. So this is the Columbia versus ourselves in the Galactica. So here we are. Hey, this is a game that was released in 2004. And look at how gorgeous this is. It has seen some updates recently. And I believe the guys who developed Nexus the Jupiter Incident are working on a sequel. This goes back years. I mean, I remember maybe 2011, 2012, watching an interview with the dev team, and them talking about this brand new engine that's going to make Space RTS blow everyone's minds. Next gen stuff, well, it was last gen, but it looked impressive, what they were working on. But I mean, this looks gorgeous. Even though the game is, well, what, 13, 14 years old at this point. And look at the little gun batteries here and all, the turret batteries or whatever else you want to call them. On the hangars. Of course, this one is still set up as a museum. Hold on, the one on the right hand side of the ship is still set up as a museum exhibit. So it's not really going to be useful in them. Confused as to why they would use this in a training exercise when it's still kitted out for museum purposes. So we're going to try and find the Columbia. There she is there. And we have a number of options for combat. So you can see down here F5, F6, F7. Different options. So drain shield, we have the option of doing that. Attack device, so we can attack a specific part of the enemy vessel. So you can see here engine support, these are the weapons, fire control, the FTL drive, the Stratus system, weapons, so we can attack quite a few different things and focus on subsystems, which is pretty cool. Over here, kind of like how Star Trek Online works with your ship, you can assign power to the engines, weapons, or support. On different, engagement behaviors here as well. Up here, you can see what I currently have docked. I've got 4 squadrons of Vipers and 2 Raptors. We'll be using them shortly. But the Columbia, she has the same. So let's engage. We're going to see if we can get some heavy artillery fire on her with some of our railguns. No, we're not close enough. Alright, so let's close the distance. Full power to the engines. And this is, you can also repair different aspects of your ship as well. Here we go, we're taking fire. Now we can launch our Vipers and Raptors, but I don't think doing so just right now would be a good idea. Take power off the engines, put them in a support there. Now, if we want to send our fighter craft, or of course our bomber craft, after the enemy fighters as well, we can do that. I mean, watch this. I'm probably going to lose this horribly. Haven't played Nexus in years at this point, about 2 or 3 years. So they still have a number of ships stocked. I think they're launching the Raptors now, actually. Yep, there they go. And we're going to send our Raptors straight in towards the Columbia. So here we go. Look, we can actually zoom in on the fighters and see them doing what they do best. And the best thing about this modification is, look, the Vipers actually look and fight the way they do in the series. They would stall, thrust in a, use the thrusters to go in a different direction to throw the enemy off. But we are taking heavy damage here, and we're not even in a decent position. Come on, can we please get some damage done there, please? Alright, so we're going to get all our railguns here. And we're going to target the Columbia. Now, we do want to use our tactical nuke because, well, nuke, I just want to use it. But we are fighting back now. Have our Raptors returned to the hangar base? I don't know. Right. All Vipers launch. Take out whatever remaining craft they have deployed. I mean, the battles in this, they're more cinematic than any space RTS I can think of. Homeworld. And what was that new Battlestar Galactica game? Deadlock or something? I can't remember. The battles are more impressive than that. I mean, look at how cinematic this is. We are losing, but seeing how we were a bit late to the party, we are dealing some substantial damage to the Columbia anyway. We're going to launch whatever Vipers we have left. Oh, they're out of ammo, are they? You know what, there's just been a wee bit slow. I mean, let's have a look at some of the other scenarios that are available. Because there are quite a few here. So, I was on Colonial War Games, okay? But look, you can be Battlestars versus Cylon Fleet, Battlestars versus Battlestars, Battlestars versus Base Stars, and Ambushed, which is its own scenario. So, let's jump on to... Let me just randomly pick one, so... No, I didn't want that one. Let's try Ragnar Station. Now, I'm playing on beginner because I haven't played this in, as I said, in about 2 years or so. Now, where's the enemy base star? There she is. Just launching fighter craft, it looks like. I mean, look at the detail. Now, if you ever wanted a game where you had a ship, a space, oh, we have the Colonial one. Oh, we have a few civilian transports. Okay. Well, Galactica, she's going to have to engage the enemy, so let's get in range of that base star and nuke the bastard. Okay, she's moving very slowly, but she's an Isle girl. Let her take her time. Where is she again? No, are they sending raiders after me? I don't think so. I mean, I could deploy my Vipers now, but with the flak and the point defense that the base star has, they'll just get wiped out even before I get a chance to close the distance and open up some kick and whoop ass.
Warning. Incoming enemy gunboat. Warning. We are under attack.
Right, there we go. Launching 2 Viper squadrons to defend the Galactica. Tactical nuke is loading. They're arming the device. Look at all the point defense going on. Look at that. Now, there are a couple of modifications. Well, a couple of modifications worth naming for Battlestar, or not Battlestar Galactica, for Nexus the Jupiter incident. There is Heavy Raider there. There is hold on, I'm actually getting very close now. You know what? Scrap the nuke. Railguns. Prepare fire. Unleash hell. Look at the guns. Turn, pivot, and aim. There we go. Heavy railguns firing at the base star. What was I saying again? Ah, yes, there are a couple of other modifications for very popular sci-fi franchises. There's Halo. There's a Halo modification, which I remember being pretty damn fun, and there's a Star Wars modification. The Star Wars one, I mean, there's a lot there, but the ships aren't really all that detailed. And, well, let's just say I prefer this one. I don't believe the Halo modification is on Steam's workshop yet. I believe it was our nuke that just ended that fight awful quick. But we won. Good job, guys. Good job. It was a hard-won fight. I say, completely lying. So let's go with the Cylon fleet engagement. There is one where it gives you a couple of battle stars against like 5 or 6 base stars. Doesn't really seem fair. So here we are with the Pegasus. And this might actually be the one I'm referring to. No, it's... There's 3 base stars and quite a few mining vessels. So let's close the distance. We'll split up. Now, where's the other base star? Right, tactical, and you get that bastard there. Because I can, and I want to. Right, that's the Galactica. Let's see the Pegasus. Pegasus is a beautiful ship. Beautiful. Now, I haven't watched the series in quite a while, but is the Pegasus the one that met up with the Galactica later on? And there was going to be like some sort of engagement with them or something for some reason, I don't know. Need to really rewatch the series. I wonder if it's still on Netflix though. Okay, let's throw all the power into the engines. The Pegasus as well as the Galactica. Don't forget about our smaller craft either. So, is there a way to tell if something's docked or if it's not? You know what? I would throw all of my my Vipers in against the Cylon Raiders, but again, I'm quite a bit off the enemy yet. I'm not really within engagement range. I might be for the nuke. I mean, the nuke is long range, obviously. So we'll have a wee look-see and see how she does. I mean, if I'm supposed to be defending these mining ships, sorry, buds, but nukes take precedence even. Come on, Pegasus, hurry up. What I was saying earlier, if you want to be the captain of a vessel and feel like you are actually in control of that ship, down to the most minute, well, you're not going to be choosing who cleans out the restrooms or who scrubs the the decks or the flooring or whatever, but from your squadrons to what weapons you fire, what weapons on the enemy ships you take out first. There's a nuke. There's a nuke on its way to this space star. Yeah, if you just want a really strategic space game, RTS type game, then this is the one for you. It really is. Did they take down the nuke? They might have done. Oh, here we go. Yeah, the fighter Cylon Raiders did. Right, Galactica. Deploy all Vipers.
Warning. We are under attack.
Maybe quicker just to control. Right click or select them all. Right. All Raptors, take out this base star, please.
Commandos dispatched.
Right, we'll focus fire.
Our squadrons are under attack.
On this one at the moment.
Enemy squadron destroyed. Enemy squadron destroyed.
Look at this.
Enemy squadron destroyed.
In my opinion, this is such an underrated game. It really is. I mean, I love the bones of this ship. Or not this ship. Well, I love the Galactica. On the Pegasus. They're amazing ships. But Nexus the Jupiter incident, play the campaign. That's all I want to say. It's not that expensive on Steam. You can get it now on Steam. It's been available for quite a long time on Steam. Pick it up. You won't regret it. The single player campaign is challenging. And it's a campaign on a game that you can get really involved in. Get to know the characters, you feel for them. You have a lot of customization options for your ship, modification options for the ship as well. You can choose your loadout, how you play, how it plays.
Our commando ferry has been destroyed.
Okay, right. One base star down. Galactica is taking heavy hits though. Are these launched? Right. There's one of our Raptors.
Helicopter bomber.
She returning to the Pegasus. She might be. Is she? I think so. One to go. Is that not gorgeous? For a game that came out in 2004, it's still beautiful. And I'm playing on beginner here, so this is why it's come off so easy. Forgot to change it. But yeah, it can be a challenge. All I've done here is told both of my ships to just bullheadedly rush in and focus fire on whatever base star I've clicked on. But that's not always going to work, especially if you increase the difficulty. It will be a much more of a challenge. Right, they have no fighter craft left. I think we've got two. Yeah, just two heavy raiders. They're not really going to be much of a challenge. So,
Commandos dispatched.
right, so I think these Vipers just launching again. I think they landed to rearm. Yeah, they're rearming. Look at that. I just love seeing all the little details and I'm just trying to take out its flak so it's not giving our fightercraft as much of a problem. So with that there, we can go here, attack device, click on that, and then it will go for the flak. Same with this. Now that we've selected the flak as a module on the enemy ship you want to take out, they will do it. There's specific weapons that you can use for that. So, just making sure everyone's doing their job. So gorgeous. And that base star isn't gonna... Yeah, it's gone. I was about to say it's not gonna last much longer, but it's gone. Crew of Build. Well, crew of Build, they're, well, hardly gonna bail. The machines, they don't really give a damn. But there you go, guys. Just thought I'd do a quick Applaud the Mod episode because this is something I've been playing the past couple of days, and I believe it deserves a shout out, especially the game itself, Nexus the Jupiter Incident. It's an amazing game. If you're interested in this type of game, you know, Space RTS, pick it up on Steam, play through the campaign. It can be challenging, but it's really worth it, and the story is alright, but it's more about just commanding the ship, seeing the ship's crew and the ship itself evolve over the different missions. It's an amazing game, and so is this mod. So there we go. Now if you want to support me on the channel, all you have to do is check out the Patreon page. It's down below. Well, the link is anyway, it's in the description below. Got 12 patrons already. Thank you ever so much, all of you. And if you'd rather not go with a Patreon route, you can also just make a donation through PayPal. That link is also in the description below. And I'm going to put a link in the description also of where you can find us in the workshop, as well as the Nexus Jupiter Incident store page for Steam. So enjoy whatever it is you're playing, whether it be in space or otherwise. And of course, like always, we'll see you next time. Bye bye.